Okay, so I was able to take a frame of bees out of alpha and put them over here into, I believe it was this hive right here, in Shiawassee County. That gives enough bees to, and that's on drawn comb, so there's enough bees in there with that queen that now they should be sticking to there and coming back because there's drawn comb in there and it's away from their original hive. So hopefully that will fix that problem and we'll have a housed queen there. Now I'm getting ready to get into the original Bravo, and see if I can't do the same thing to get a frame of bees to house this gal right here. So again, I will be back here in just a little bit. Okay, so looking into Bravo, there were several nice queen cells, just like there were in Alpha, as well as the Alpha and Bravo splits. So I'm pretty confident that both of those are going to end up, or all four of those are going to end up creating at least one mated queen, or one queen that'll make it. So hopefully we'll end up with mated queens back in all of those. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Success, failure, we shall see. But anyway, so I took a frame of bees out of Bravo, brought it over here, and set her over here with this queen. And these guys have been queenless for so long that it should be a no-brainer for them to go ahead and accept these ladies. So that was the little queen's court that was already on her from the original hive that had abandoned her. So far, the ladies on this frame don't seem all too keen to come attack. So we're going to go ahead and just slide her in there. And we'll see what happens here in a couple of days. So let's go ahead and, yeah, you can see they're protective of her. So we want to just turn her around there. Easy, young lady. Put that stinger back in your butt there. Yes, I got one lady up there. She's acting all protective. Got her hind end raised, and she was displaying her stinger there just a second ago. Oh yeah, there she comes, trying to creep over here after me. So we're gonna switch the phone around here. Let's see. Aha, there is a tripod of sorts here. Let's see how well that sucker works. Of course it doesn't. Not very well at all. Well, I was trying to. No, that's still not. Well, shoot. I thought I might have had a solution there for a minute anyway, but apparently that's not going to work. So I thought I had a little tripod on there, but it doesn't work so well. So all right, let's see here. We want to get this queen cage oriented properly. So we're going to go ahead and I have a feeling I'm going to piss these attendant bees off here. So I'm going to put this on pause real quick while I actually do this, and I will be right back, folks. Okay, so that one has been successfully reinserted, and we now have a frame of bees out of Bravo in there with that queen, and so hopefully that will now take. So while I'm here, before I run out of light and the bees are being nice and docile, I'm going to go ahead and jump into these other splits here real quick and see if they have released their queens, and if they have, I'm going to pull them those cages out. So let's see here. This was one that was still there. What we got here? Nope. No, we got a lot of comb in there. Okay, that was one of our original splits. Alpha, Bravo. Let's see. Okay. We have this one, these two. Okay, here we go. Alright, I need to do some marking of my own out here to try to see. And I put the queen cages in right at the bottoms here, didn't I? That's what it looks like. As you can see, all my bees are nice and congregated here. Alright, so we're going to separate this out a little bit. Alright, folks, I want both my hands for this. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this one-handed cameraman shit yet, so I'll be back. Okay, so I got into both of these N2 hives right here. Both of them had released the queen. I did not see either queen, but I did find empty queen cages, and I had eggs in both. So I know both of those queens are in there. They've been released, and they're giving us some eggs. So being happy about that. I don't know why my camera is blurry all. There we go. All right. So yeah, these two right here, that one and that one, are the two that did not reject their queens, or not necessarily reject their queens, but didn't abandon the boxes that I put them in the day that I set everything up out here. So those guys are good. Of course, Alpha and Bravo, we've got, like I say, we got queen cells in there. I got to get back out here tomorrow when it's actually daylight and I'm not having to do emergency beekeeping, because we had a storm the other night right after I installed these packages out here as well, and I didn't find out until today that the lids had blown off of a couple of them until today. So that may be why part of what contributed to them taking off out of those two boxes. But like I say, it looks like a majority of them ended up in this box here, because that box is just packed out, both frames solid. So I'm going to enjoy getting back into that one tomorrow. Over here tomorrow, I need to get into Charlie and Delta. I need to do a quick inspection on those, find out where we're at brood-wise, because they should be getting ready to hatch out here in the next week or so. For their first brood hatching. That's going to pack those two boxes out, I'm sure. So I have to look at setting up a couple other boxes, or I'm going to have to make a couple of splits if I can't set up those boxes. So we will find out tomorrow for sure what's going on there. But in the meantime, you guys have a good night, and we're going to try to finish up what we got to get done out here before the sun goes down completely. Well, it's already down before we lose our daylight. So you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you mañana.